现在二位候选人已经谈到了削减军费在问题上的一个分歧，你能对这个问题进行一些解读吗，牛老师？
在国家安全问题上，共和党历来是立场比较强硬的，也是比较受美国老百姓信任的。这是从大选一开始，罗姆尼就说他上台了，他要增加军费。奥巴马过去来裁减军费是不对的，但是其实罗姆尼上台要增加军费的可能性是比较小的，比较可能的就是罗姆尼会减缓削减军费的步伐，因为现在的形势就是一方面你经济形势不好，然后罗姆尼你还要减税，你怎么来增加军费呢？你没有财源啊。所以有可能的就是说，罗姆尼上台之后，可能削减军费的速度和幅度要下降。
好，我们回到现场看一下辩论双方的表现。他们把中国话题还放在后面了。
对，中国是最后一个。
是最后一个。
对。
那我们可能不会10点结束，他们说还是要谈到中国问题。
I'm pleased that I balanced budgets. I was in the world of business for 25 years. If you didn't balance your budget, you went out of business. I went to the Olympics that was out of balance, and we got it on balance and made a success there. I had the chance to be governor of state.
其实他们的核心最终他们还是要往经济这个上面来扯，
因为这是就是老百姓就是关心就业。
奥巴马真的是可能第一场表现的大失水准，然后后来做了这种调整，现在看起来就是完全眼神这些都不一样了。
对，
昨天我又看了一下第一场辩论里头，他真的是一直看他的就是起始稿，对，头都没有抬，大家就说他都不敢跟罗姆尼直视。
Our Air Force is older and smaller than any time since it was founded in 1947. We've changed for the first time since FDR. Since FDR, we've always had the strategy of saying we could fight in 2 conflicts at once. Now we're changing to 1 conflict. Look, this, in my view, is the highest responsibility of the President of the United States, which is to maintain the safety of the American people. And I will not cut our military budget by $1 trillion, which is the combination of the budget cuts that the President has, as well as the sequestration cuts. That, in my view, is making our future less certain and less secure.
Bob, I just need to comment on this. First of all, the sequester is not something that I proposed. It's something that Congress has proposed. It will not happen. The budget that we're talking about is not reducing our military spending. It's maintaining it. But I think Governor Romney maybe hasn't spent enough time looking at how our military works. You mentioned the Navy, for example, and that we have fewer ships than we did in 1916. Well, Governor, we also have fewer horses and bayonets because the nature of our military has changed. We have these things called aircraft carriers where planes land on them. We have these ships that go underwater, nuclear submarines. And so the question is not a game of battleship where we're counting ships. It's what are our capabilities? And so when I sit down with the Secretary of the Navy and the Joint Chiefs of Staff, we determine how are we going to be best able to meet all of our defense needs in a way that also keeps faith with our troops, that also makes sure that our veterans have the kind of support that they need when they come home. And that is not reflected in the kind of budget that you're putting forward because it just doesn't work.
All right.
And, we visited the website quite a bit, and it still doesn't work.
A lot to cover. I'd like to move to the next segment. Red lines, Israel and Iran. Would either of you, and you'll have 2 minutes.
今天的6个话题是不是已经都？
Would either of you be willing
以色列跟伊朗还没有谈到。
Israel is an attack on the United States, which of course is the same promise that we give to our close allies like Japan. And if you made such a declaration, would not that deter Iran? It's certainly deterred the Soviet Union for a long, long time when we made that promise to our allies. Mr. President.
Well, first of all, Israel is a true friend. It is our greatest ally in the region. And if Israel is attacked, America will stand with Israel. I've made that clear throughout my presidency.
So you're saying we've already made that declaration.
I will stand with Israel if they are attacked. And this is the reason why, working with Israel, we have created the strongest military and intelligence cooperation between our two countries in history. In fact, this week, we'll be carrying out the largest military exercise with Israel in history, this very week. But to the issue of Iran, as long as I'm President of the United States, Iran will not get a nuclear weapon. I made that clear when I came into office. We then organized the strongest coalition and the strongest sanctions
之前罗姆尼一直攻击说，奥巴马在执政期间失去了以色列这个很重要的盟友，说跟以色列的关系变得不如以往那么密切了。现在美国在以色列